Hey y'all, I'm David. There's Maggie. And we want to welcome y'all to Vista Acres. Hey, tell you what, y'all take a little bit of a look at this bush hogging we did. We're trying to get cleared off for our fence lines. And see what y'all think about that.
Is it the vines or that little tree? But don't let it fall on you, because it's still a pretty good sized tree. Here it comes. There it went. Right there. We can get the tractor and drag that out. I don't know if y'all can see or not. See my cute little bunnies? I gotta move their cage. I'm gonna have to try to get them off the ground. These cages are good if you can remove them every day. But it's just something we can't do. And when it rains, of course, they sit in the water. I don't like that. Timber! I think I just get the tractor and drag it out. You want me to go get the John Deere? He's having a terrible time with this tree. There we go. Whew, all that and that. What kind of tree is that? What's that growing in it? Where?
There.
Look at your arm. Look at his arm, y'all.
Yeah.
Takes a lick and it keeps on it. blazing. Lost his GoPro. Poor little thing, it's been through it. I like the cheap cameras, they don't hurt as bad. Are we done?
Huh?
Are we done for the night? You think it's gonna work?
Yeah, we're done. No, something's wrong with it. Might get shoved with that. What's going on with it?
Think something come loose or something?
I don't know. I don't know why you crank the PTO up.
He goes dead.
What's wrong with PTO? Put dope on in that. And then you can crank it back up and it runs.
I know it. That's what's so weird. Let me get away. Oh, they're already up there eating when you're ready. Is there any blades on that thing?
Yeah, I reckon. Is trying to fix this deal. So pretty sure that should be flowing out there a lot better than that to run a tractor. And it's not. So we got one to replace it, hopefully. That's mine and Maggie's plan, is to replace that. Oh, with some gloves on, so hands don't smell like gasoline for who knows how long. And that's also shut off too, so yeah. It is. Yep, it's shut off and it's still dripping. So that's no good. Oh, I gotta move the fuel line. Hey, I hope everybody had a really good week this week. You know what? Maggie and I have. We've had a pretty good week. You know, Maggie being Maggie. I may have some trash in the old tank here. Very possible. Yeah, very possible. We'll find out here in a minute when we take this thing off. Oh, I got a wrench big enough to get around that, but we got to screw this thing out. Let me check, see the one I got's big enough. Yeah, looks like it would be. It's got a little filter in the top there. And so we need to get something on that. You know what? Probably disconnect this battery. With all this gasoline going on. Well, I'm gonna wait a little while before I crank this thing up. You know, I'm gonna wait a minute or two. You know, what is that? That's a 12. So there's 16ths. There we go. I think that gas went straight through those gloves. Of course, this is going to have some adjustment on that. Screws in there and shuts it off, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Open her up. Lost a good bit of gas. I don't know how much. I probably didn't go get some. Oh, man. Alright. We'll wait a little while before we crank her up. Don't want to be. I don't believe it'd be a good idea to crank it up right now. That went right through them gloves. That is useless of that. Well, y'all, that fixed it. I'm gonna bring you down here and show you. It's actually, that bowl's been stopped up, I think, ever since I've had that tractor. It is really running good now. It's always ran pretty good, but it's really running good now. All right, here we go. We was running good. Let me bend my light back up here. Turn my light up here a little bit. It's a good looking old tractor, y'all. Yeah, who would have lost here? Yep. I say we'll have to let that cool down. So it gives me an idea kind of what I probably need to do. Maybe. Yeah, I think right here's where we'll come to. We'll run her straight down. We'll cut that tree there. We'll go straight down through there. And then we'll go straight up through there. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm glad I cut this out of here because this is where it needs to go. These two lines here be in, but I don't think the hogs, them things are deep. I don't think they'll mess with those. I think we're good on that. So, yeah, I think that'd be good. Yeah. We'll let that exhaust cool down. I'll go here and watch some football. We'll put that back on old Massey. I tell you what, yeah, I like that old tractor. I was really disappointed she gave me trouble there. Because I mean, it don't ever give me trouble. That tractor is, but I'll tell you, that fuel filter, it hadn't been getting 100% fuel since I've had it. It's been, that thing's been stopped up. So I'm glad we got that fixed. So, all right, I'll tell you what. We'll go ahead and do the chores. Let's get that done. Maggie gets all excited about doing the chores. Got mirrors on his side. Chores done, y'all. Let you know how the chickens are doing. Maggie, she gets so excited she can't even wait. Look at her. I'll tell y'all a funny one that happened this week with Angie. Anybody that's watched the videos knows how Maggie is. Maggie's all the time out jumping, running around, and being Maggie. So she was doing that out here around the chicken pens and stuff, and Angie was feeding the chickens, and then animal control pulled up and got out, and Angie saw him. He said, "Ma'am," he said, "I didn't know you was out here." He says, "That's your dog?" And she said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I drove by and seen her running around the chicken pens and everything, and didn't know she wasn't after your chickens." So he said, "I was going to stop in and check to see what was going on," which I tell you what, we really appreciate that. We really appreciate Whitfield County Animal Control doing that. But no. Angie said, "No, that's just Maggie." So that's Maggie checking on all the chickens. She said, "Maggie don't even like me going in and checking on the chickens." So, yeah, it was kind of funny there. And she told him, she said, "Maggie's out here, me or David's close by. I can guarantee you that. We typically don't let Maggie get out of our sight." All right, we're going to go up here and do the quail, y'all. Food and water. They're in good shape. He's in pretty good shape. These need water. Alright, y'all, we're down here with the chickens, turkeys. There's some guineas that come by through here. Alright, yeah, that water looks good. I want to change that. That looks real good. Go there and we'll do the geese. We'll get their water. There's the main roosters. There's the main roosters, and if you notice, I've added some more main roosters to the main roosters. Yep. I have. I appreciate that. They do. Alright, yeah. Put some of those American breast roosters in here because they was definitely causing problems. Let me show you something, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with them for just a little bit. These are doing well now. I had a rooster. One of them roosters was killing hens. And I tell you, when you run into that, y'all, that's tough because you're not sure it's not turkeys when you got turkeys in here. But we was losing hens. Something was killing them. And it was definitely one of them roosters, or a couple of them roosters there was killing the hens. So right now, I think we've got all hens. Let's see what our eggs look like. Maybe we don't have no hens. There's an egg. They have quit laying, y'all. 2 eggs. That's not good. But it's getting that time of the year. So, yeah. Alright, Angie got the water fixed, so that's working pretty good. Next one I build, I'm going to build the board come on out over it. That seems to work good. Maggie's on my watch here. I'm going to leave y'all with them for a second, okay? I got to go down and probably change the geese water out. Well, y'all, I don't know what happened, but I got through with the breast chickens there, and that's all we had. Well, these are doing well. That old turkey hen, she quit sitting. That wasn't a bad thing. She'd been sitting for a while. And y'all saw in that previous video there, those are just doing 100% better. And look at our babies there, y'all. Let me go ahead and show them to you. Yeah, they looking good. They're coming on along. They like their new nesting box. I bet they blade. That thing's not tilting the right way. There's the egg. Look at those, y'all. They're looking good, ain't they? A little concerned with that guinea. I don't know. He said she hadn't noticed, but his feet don't look right. Some kind of funny. Maggie, will you stop? Maggie, stop. And yeah, I went to edit the footage, and the rest of the video wasn't on there. And like I say, I took the guinea out. Y'all, these are doing pretty good. I may have to take that rooster out. He's picking on these. He's picking on these hens. And as you can see, this hen's starting to look better. We lost one of them. We didn't get them out in time. That's about 5 hens we've lost because of those roosters down there. These hens are done. They're chocolate Morans mixed. They're all doing good. Angie says there's a rooster. She thinks one of them is a rooster and one's a hen. See what y'all think. Boy, they're molting. Spreading out some feathers there. But she said the one with a bad neck. See, one of them's got a little bit of bad neck on it. She said she thinks that's the hen. Alright, you can tell these are doing much better with the guinea gone. Yep, got the guinea gone, so they're doing a lot better. Maggie's chasing rats. Alright. So let's walk down. Let's walk down and look at the pigs. About forgot to show you guys the pigs. We got to move the pigs. They've been in this spot for about 3 weeks now. I guess we've had them that long. Time flies, hard to keep up with, but they're ready to be fed. It's their evening feeding time. And yep, I got the auger on the tractor to start digging the post. And then I did one hole and it did a really good job, y'all. All right, there they are. Ain't that cute? There's old Wilbur over there. That's what she named her male. Freckles, Fanny Farkle. I'll get what the other. Yeah, that's on. Don't you touch it. Turn it off. They won't pet it. They like to be pet. We spoiled them. Yeah. Yeah. See. Yeah, that one likes. That one, yeah, likes that pet. Yeah, that likes that pet. This one, not real keen on that pet, are you? That's the one that needs to be pet because that's gonna be the pet. Yeah. We used to have an old board. We used to scratch ours. We would take a board. Yeah, we'll feed you here in a minute. We'll get the fence on and he'll be crossing it. Alright. Y'all, we appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos. Can't thank you enough for that. You notice Maggie ain't out here. Maggie will not have anything to do with that electric fence right there, Maggie. You don't like that electric fence, do you, Maggie? Yeah. Well, as I was saying, we appreciate each and every one of you watching the videos. If you hadn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We'd appreciate that. Hit that like button. We'd appreciate that also, y'all. And again, as we always say, can't thank you enough for watching. And we love you. And thank you for watching.